In the last episode, our small group of rebels successfully infiltrated the Lyrian government, exposing corruption and bringing hope to the oppressed. With our newfound momentum, we've been lauded by our allies and have begun to make plans for the next phase of our mission. But just as we're catching our breath, a cryptic message from our enigmatic ally sets everything in motion once again. A shiver runs down my spine as I read the message, etched on a small piece of parchment in a code I barely recognize. The words seem to leap off the page, urgent and mysterious. I look around the room feeling a sense of unease. My companions, Dr. Orion and Lyra, are busy preparing for our next move, but I know I have to share this with them. Dr. Orion looks up from his notes, his eyes curious. "What's going on?" I hand him the parchment. "I've just received a message from someone. It mentions something about the Aethereian archive." Lyra's eyes light up. "The archive. I've heard stories about that place. It's said to hold the secrets of Aethereia's past." Dr. Orion's eyes scan the message, his brow furrowed. "This is incredible. If this is genuine, it could be the break we need to unlock the secrets of Aethereia." I take a deep breath, feeling a sense of purpose wash over me. "Then let's do it. Let's find the archive." The room falls silent, the only sound the soft hum of the city outside. I know we've just embarked on a perilous journey, one that will test our courage, our wits, and our resolve. As we begin to make plans, a name keeps echoing in my mind: Lyra, the elusive cartographer. Her arcane maps are said to hold the key to finding the archive. We have to find her. I glance at my companions and we share a look of determination. It's time to venture into the unknown. The city of Aethereia stretches out before us, its ancient ruins a testament to a civilization long lost. We make our way through the crowded streets, our senses on high alert. Every step feels like a risk. Every glance over our shoulders a reminder that we're not the only ones searching for the archive. As night begins to fall, we find ourselves at the edge of the city, the air thick with an eerie, pulsating energy. I feel it in my bones. We're getting close. "Let's move," I say, my voice low and urgent. The city is waiting, its secrets hidden in the shadows, and I can feel the weight of our quest settling upon me. We move forward into the unknown. The darkness closes in around us previously. Alex receives a cryptic message from an enigmatic ally, leading him to embark on a perilous journey to find the fabled Aethereian archive. Guided by the elusive cartographer Lyra's arcane maps, and joined by Dr. Orion, they venture into ancient Aethereian ruins, uncovering artifacts and relics that can unlock Lyra's biotechnology secrets. As we step into the unknown, the pulsating energy of the city's ancient ruins envelops us, like a living, breathing entity. The air is alive with an otherworldly power, and I can feel it coursing through my veins. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the darkness, a hooded silhouette that beckons us forward. The city's secrets seem to whisper secrets in my ear, and I know we're being drawn deeper into the heart of Aethereia, where the very fabric of reality is about to unravel. "This is it," Dr. Orion whispers, his eyes aglow. "We're on the cusp of discovering something that will change the course of Aethereian history." The hooded figure leads us through winding alleys and narrow tunnels, the air thickening with an eerie silence. We move with caution, our senses heightened, as we navigate through the labyrinthine streets, avoiding the prying eyes of the Archon regime. The city seems to be shifting, like a living entity, and I can feel its ancient power coursing through my veins. Suddenly, the figure stops and raises its hood, revealing a striking woman with piercing green eyes. Lyra, the elusive cartographer, stands before us, her gaze piercing as if she holds the secrets of the universe. "Welcome," she says, her voice low and husky. "I've been waiting for you." Her eyes lock onto mine, and I feel a jolt of electricity run through my body. I know in that moment that we're about to embark on a journey that will test the very limits of human endurance. "Tell us," I ask, my voice barely above a whisper, "what secrets lie within the Aethereian archive?" Lyra's gaze never wavers as she begins to speak, her words dripping with an otherworldly mystery. The secrets of Aethereia's forgotten past lie hidden within the archive's ancient walls. The secrets of the biotechnology that created Lyra, the secrets of the Aethereians' forgotten history, and the secrets of the universe itself. Her words hang in the air, like a promise of revelations to come. I glance at Dr. Orion and Lyra, and know that we're about to embark on a journey that will change the fabric of reality. With Lyra's guidance, we set out to navigate the treacherous landscape of Aethereia, avoiding the deadly traps and ancient guardians that protect the archive. Our bond and determination will be tested like never before, but with Lyra's arcane maps, we're one step closer to unlocking the secrets of the Aethereian archive. As we venture deeper into the heart of Aethereia, the stakes escalate and the danger draws near. We're not the only ones searching for it, and the Archon regime will stop at nothing to claim its power. But I know, with Lyra's guidance and my companions by my side, we'll face whatever challenges lie in store for us. We'll brave the unknown and emerge victorious, claiming the secrets of the Aethereian archive and paving the way for a future filled with hope and possibilities previously. Alex received a cryptic message leading him to find the fabled Aethereian archive, guided by Lyra's arcane maps, and joined by Dr. Orion. They ventured into ancient Aethereian ruins, uncovering artifacts and relics that hold the key to unlocking Lyra's biotechnology. As Lyra's words hang in the air, a low rumble begins to shake the very foundations of the city, and the air is charged with an electric tension. Suddenly, the ground cracks open, and a massive stone pedestal rises from the depths of the earth, bearing an ancient, glowing artifact. Lyra's eyes widen in awe as she takes a step forward, her hands outstretched to claim the relic. But, as she reaches out, a blinding flash of light illuminates the dark alleys, and a powerful Aethereian entity materializes before us, its eyes blazing with ancient fury. "You shall not have it," the entity declares, its voice like thunder. "The secrets of the archive are mine to keep." With a fierce determination, Lyra pulls out a small, ornate box from her cloak, adorned with strange symbols that glow with an otherworldly power. "I've been waiting for you, Ancient One," she declares, her voice steady. "You may have guarded the archive for centuries, but I hold the key to its secrets." The entity's gaze narrows as it regards Lyra with a cold calculation. "You hold the key," it repeats, "but I hold the power." As the air thickens with tension, Lyra opens the box, revealing a small, glowing crystal that pulses with an ancient energy. The entity takes a step forward, its eyes fixed on the crystal. As Lyra begins to chant in an ancient language, the words dripping with power and mystery. The air resonates with the energy as the entity begins to glow with an intense, blinding light. Suddenly, the light dissipates and the entity vanishes, leaving behind a faint, shimmering portal where it once stood. The portal begins to glow with an inviting light, beckoning us to step forward into the unknown. With Lyra's guidance, we take a deep breath and step into the portal, leaving the city's secrets behind. We emerge on the other side into a vast, open plain, surrounded by towering, ancient structures that stretch towards the sky. The air is thick with an otherworldly power as Lyra leads us forward towards the Aethereian archive, the secrets of which lie hidden within its ancient walls. As we venture deeper into the heart of Aethereia, the stakes escalate and the danger draws near. We're not the only ones searching for it, and the Archon regime will stop at nothing to claim its power. But I know, with Lyra's guidance and my companions by my side, we'll face whatever challenges lie in store for us. We'll brave the unknown and emerge victorious, claiming the secrets of the Aethereian archive and paving the way for a future filled with hope and possibilities. But as we move forward, I sense a lingering presence, a shadowy form that watches us from the fringes of the plain. Its eyes seem to burn with an intense hatred, and I know that our greatest challenge lies ahead, waiting for us in the heart of the Aethereian archive previously. Alex received a cryptic message leading him to find the fabled Aethereian archive, guided by Lyra's arcane maps, and joined by Dr. Orion, they ventured into ancient Aethereian ruins, uncovering artifacts and relics that hold the key to unlocking Lyra's biotechnology. As they neared the archive, a powerful Aethereian entity materialized, but Lyra's mysterious box and chant repelled the entity, revealing a shimmering portal leading to the archive. As we ventured deeper into the heart of the Aethereian plane, the air thickened with an otherworldly power, and the towering ancient structures seemed to hum with an eerie energy. Lyra led us through the winding paths, her eyes fixed on some unseen destination, while Dr. Orion trailed behind, lost in thought, his mind racing with the implications of the relics we'd uncovered. The silence was shattered by a sudden, blood-curdling scream that sent shivers down our spines. It was a sound we'd never heard before, like the cry of 1,000 souls trapped in eternal torment. The scream grew louder, more intense, as we approached the entrance to the Aethereian archive. "What is that?" Dr. Orion asked, his voice trembling with dread. "It's the archive's defense mechanism," Lyra replied, her face set in determination. "We need to find a way to disable it before we can enter." As we pondered our next move, the scream reached a deafening crescendo, and the air began to distort as if reality itself was bending to accommodate the sound. Suddenly, the scream ceased, and an eerie silence fell over the plain. "That's not possible," Lyra whispered, her eyes scanning the horizon. "What do you mean?" I asked, sensing her unease. "The scream was the archive's final defense," she said, her voice dripping with foreboding. "It means someone or something has already breached the archive." Our hearts sank as we realized the true extent of our mistake. We were no longer the only ones searching for the archive's secrets. The stakes had escalated and we were running out of time. The Aethereian archive was no longer a myth, but a ticking time bomb, waiting to unleash its power upon the world. We exchanged a resolute glance, knowing that our bond and determination would be tested like never before. With Lyra's guidance, we steeled ourselves for the unknown and stepped forward into the heart of the Aethereian archive, ready to face whatever lay within previously. Alex received a cryptic message leading him to find the fabled Aethereian archive, guided by Lyra's arcane maps, and joined by Dr. Orion, they ventured into ancient Aethereian ruins, uncovering artifacts and relics that hold the key to unlocking Lyra's biotechnology. As they neared the archive, a powerful Aethereian entity materialized, but Lyra's mysterious box and chant repelled the entity, revealing a shimmering portal leading to the archive. However, upon entering the archive, they discovered that someone or something had already breached the archive, escalating the stakes and leaving them with a ticking time bomb. As we stepped into the heart of the Aethereian archive, the air was heavy with anticipation. The silence was oppressive, filled with the weight of forgotten knowledge. Shelves upon shelves of ancient tomes and artifacts stretched out before us, each one whispering secrets to the wind. Dr. Orion's eyes widened as he scanned the shelves, his mind racing with the implications of what we had uncovered. "This is it," Lyra whispered, her eyes gleaming with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. "The secrets of Aethereia's biotechnology lie within these walls." But as we delved deeper into the shelves, our initial excitement began to wear off. The silence was broken only by the creaking of ancient leather bindings and the soft whisper of yellowed parchment. It was as if the archive itself was watching us, waiting for us to make a wrong move. Suddenly, a faint humming noise began to emanate from one of the to our left. It was soft at first, but grew in intensity, until it became a piercing whine. The air around us began to distort as if the very fabric of reality was beginning to unravel. "What's happening?" I asked, my voice laced with concern. Lyra's eyes scanned the shelves, her face set in determination. "I know this symbol," she said, her finger tracing the intricate patterns etched into the wall. "This is a containment spell. Whatever is causing this distortion is being held back by this spell." Dr. Orion's eyes locked onto the symbol, his face pale. "If this spell fails, we'll be facing a catastrophe of unprecedented proportions." As if on cue, the symbol on the wall began to glow with an intense blue light. The humming noise grew louder, more intense, until it became a deafening roar. The air around us distorted further until it seemed as if reality itself was on the brink of implosion. "We need to find a way to reinforce this spell," Lyra said, her voice laced with urgency. "We can't let whatever is being contained escape." But as we scanned the shelves, desperation began to creep in. We were out of time, and the fate of Aethereia hung in the balance previously. Alex and his companions ventured into the ancient Aethereian archive, guided by Lyra's arcane maps. As they neared the heart of the archive, a powerful entity materialized, but Lyra's mysterious box and chant repelled it, revealing a shimmering portal leading to the archive. However, upon entering, they discovered that someone or something had already breached the archive, escalating the stakes. As the containment spell on the wall began to fail, the air around us distorted to the point of reality's implosion. Lyra's eyes locked onto the shelves, her face set in determination. "We need to find a way to reinforce this spell. Now." In a split second, Dr. Orion's eyes locked onto an ancient tome on a nearby shelf, its cover adorned with symbols that mirrored the containment spell. He sprinted toward the shelf, his hands shaking with urgency. "I think I can reverse engineer the spell from this tome." As Dr. Orion frantically flipped through the pages, I turned to Lyra. "We need to find a way to stabilize the distortion. Buy us some time." Lyra's eyes scanned the shelves, her gaze settling on a peculiar artifact, a crystal orb radiating a calming energy. "This might do the trick," she said, her voice laced with hope. With the containment spell on the brink of collapse, I grasped the orb, feeling its calming energy wash over me. The distortion around us began to stabilize, albeit temporarily. Dr. Orion, meanwhile, pored over the ancient tome, his eyes scanning the arcane script. Suddenly, a faint whisper echoed in my mind, a cryptic message from the cryptic ally. "The secrets of the archive are not the only ones hidden within these walls. Seek out the chronicle of the Archon's downfall." The whisper sent a shiver down my spine. What other secrets lay hidden in the archive? And what did the chronicle of the Archon's downfall have to do with our quest? As the distortion around us continued to waver, I turned to my companions. "We need to find that chronicle. It might hold the key to stabilizing the containment spell." Dr. Orion's eyes flicked up from the tome, a hint of determination in his eyes. "I'll keep working on the spell. You find the chronicle." With the fate of Aethereia hanging precariously in the balance, I set off into the depths of the archive, determined to uncover the secrets that lay hidden within its ancient walls previously. Alex and his companions entered the Aethereian archive, only to find that someone or something had breached it, escalating the stakes. As the containment spell began to fail, they scrambled to reinforce it, with Dr. Orion trying to reverse engineer the spell and Lyra using a calming crystal orb to stabilize the distortion. The weight of the chronicle's secrets pressed upon him as Alex ventured deeper into the ancient halls, his footsteps echoing off the walls. The air was heavy with anticipation, and he could feel the archive's secrets tantalizingly close. He had to find that chronicle, no matter the cost. Suddenly, the flickering torches cast eerie shadows on the walls, and the silence was broken by the sound of rustling pages. Alex's heart skipped a beat as he turned a corner, and his gaze fell upon a pedestal, where a bound tome lay open, its pages fluttering in the breeze. The chronicle of the Archon's downfall stared back at him, its cover adorned with intricate crimson script. He felt an uncanny sense that he had stumbled upon something momentous, something that could change the course of their quest. Alex's fingers trembled with anticipation as he delved into the chronicle, the words springing to life on the pages. It was the year of the Great Convergence, when Aethereia's twin moons aligned in a celestial dance, that the prophecy of the downfall was set in motion. The Archon, drunk with power, had orchestrated a catastrophic event, known as the Great Devouring, to ensure the subjugation of the Aethereians. But a council of brave warriors, led by the enigmatic Lyra Shadowglow, dared to challenge the Archon's tyranny. As Alex read on, the chronicle unfolded a tale of valiant heroes who, against all odds, had fought to reclaim their homeland from the Archon's iron grip. The chronicle spoke of ancient artifacts hidden across Aethereia, holding the key to defeating the Archon's grip. The more Alex read, the more he realized that their quest for the Aethereian archive was, in fact, a quest to reclaim Aethereia itself. With the chronicle clutched tightly in his hand, Alex hastened back to his companions, the weight of their mission settling heavier on his shoulders. They had to find a way to stabilize the containment spell, but more crucially, they needed to find the ancient artifacts hidden across Aethereia to finally bring an end to the regime's reign of terror. As he approached Dr. Orion and Lyra, he could see the distortion around them was growing more unstable by the second. Their time was running out. "I found it," Alex exclaimed, his voice laced with a sense of urgency. "We need to get out of here now." Dr. Orion's eyes darted up from the ancient tome, a look of determination etched on his features. "I think I've finally cracked the code. Let's get this spell reversed." With the chronicle clutched tightly in his hand, Alex knew that their journey had just taken a dramatic turn. They had stumbled upon a piece of Aethereia's forgotten history, a secret that could alter the course of their quest. But they still had to face the daunting task of escaping the archive, with the containment spell on the brink of collapse and the powerful entity still lurking in the shadows. The stakes had never been higher previously. Alex discovered the chronicle of the Archon's downfall, revealing the existence of ancient artifacts hidden across Aethereia, and the group must now escape the collapsing Aethereian archive, with a powerful entity lurking in the shadows. Alex's voice echoed through the ancient halls, "We need to get out now." As he approached Dr. Orion and Lyra, the distortion growing more unstable by the second. Dr. Orion's eyes darted up, determination etched on his features. "I think I've finally cracked the code. Let's get this spell reversed." With the chronicle clutched tightly in his hand, Alex knew their journey had just taken a dramatic turn. They had stumbled upon a piece of Aethereia's forgotten history, a secret that could alter the course of their quest. But they still had to face the daunting task of escaping the archive, with the containment spell on the brink of collapse. As they prepared to flee, Lyra's calming crystal orb began to glow brighter, and she raised it above her head, shouting, "Protect us." The distortion surrounding them began to swirl, as if trying to keep the entity at bay. The air was electric with tension as the group stood frozen, waiting for the spell's reversal. In that moment of uncertainty, a burst of blinding light illuminated the chamber, and the air was filled with an otherworldly energy. The group shielded their eyes, and when they opened them again, they found themselves standing at the edge of a vast underground lake, surrounded by towering crystal formations that refracted the dim light. They were no longer in the archive. Dr. Orion's eyes widened as he took in the majestic sight. "This is it, the lost city of Eldrador. Legend has it this city was built by the ancient Aethereians as a testament to their ingenuity and power." Alex's gaze scanned the horizon, his mind racing with the implications. If this is Eldrador, then we might finally find the first artifact hidden within its ruins. As they began their journey across the lake, the group noticed that the water was eerily calm, almost as if the city was waiting for them. The silence was broken by the sound of whispers, carried by the wind, whispers that spoke of an ancient prophecy, foretold by the Aethereians who had built this city as a sanctuary for their heroes. The chronicle, clutched tightly in Alex's hand, seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, as if urging them forward. They knew that the journey would be fraught with danger, but they were driven by their determination to reclaim Aethereia from the Archon's regime. As they ventured deeper into Eldrador, the whispers grew louder, guiding them through the winding streets, leading them to the heart of the ancient city. The group could feel the weight of history, their footsteps echoing through the empty streets as they delved deeper into the heart of the lost city. Suddenly, the whispers ceased, and the air grew heavy with anticipation. Alex knew that they were on the cusp of a major breakthrough. The fate of their quest and the future of Aethereia hung in the balance previously. Alex and his companions escaped the collapsing Aethereian archive, only to find themselves in the lost city of Eldrador, where an ancient prophecy whispered by the wind guides them towards the heart of the ancient city as they delve deeper into the heart of the lost city. As they walked through the winding streets, the air grew thick with an electric sense of anticipation, and Alex's heart pounded in his chest. He felt the Chronicle's power coursing through him, urging him forward. Suddenly, the wind died down and the streets fell silent. The group standing before a massive stone door, adorned with ancient runes that shimmered with an otherworldly light. "This is it," Lyra breathed, her eyes wide with wonder. "The entrance to the Temple of the Ancients. Legend has it, the first artifact is hidden within its walls." Dr. Orion's eyes sparkled with excitement as he examined the runes. "These markings are a map, a puzzle that will unlock the temple's secrets." Alex felt a surge of determination course through him. "Let's do this. We're not leaving until we find that artifact." As Dr. Orion began to work on the puzzle, the air around them began to charge with energy. The runes on the door started to glow brighter, and the ground began to tremble. Suddenly, the door slid open with a loud creak, and a warm, golden light flooded out, bathing them in its radiance. As they stepped into the temple, they were met with a breathtaking sight. The walls were lined with ancient artifacts, relics that told the story of Aethereia's forgotten past. At the far end of the temple, a pedestal held a small, ornate box, adorned with intricate runes that shimmered with an otherworldly power. "That's it," Lyra whispered, her voice filled with awe. "The box contains the first artifact, the artifact of the elements." As they approached the pedestal, a figure emerged from the shadows. A tall, imposing figure with skin like polished marble and eyes that burned like stars. "I am the guardian of the temple," the figure declared, its voice echoing through the temple. "And you, mortals, are not worthy of possessing the artifact." Alex felt a surge of determination course through him. He knew that they had to prove themselves worthy of possessing the artifact. He looked at his companions and saw the determination in their eyes. "We're not leaving without that artifact," Alex declared, his voice firm and resolute. The guardian raised an eyebrow, a hint of amusement dancing in its eyes. "Then let us begin the trials that will test your worthiness." As the guardian spoke, the temple began to darken, and the air grew thick with an electric sense of anticipation. Alex knew that they were about to face the greatest test of their lives. The first trial began, and the temple was bathed in a blinding light. Alex felt the Chronicle's power coursing through him, urging him forward. He knew that they had to succeed, for the fate of Aethereia hung in the balance previously. Alex and his companions stood before the guardian of the temple, ready to face the trials to prove their worthiness to possess the artifact of the elements. The first trial had begun, and the temple was bathed in a blinding light. As the light faded, Alex found himself standing alone, surrounded by a maze of mirrors. The air was thick with the scent of smoke and ash, and the sound of whispers echoed through the chamber. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was his old friend Lyra, her eyes blazing with determination. "You're the one who's been guiding me, aren't you?" Alex asked, a hint of wonder in his voice. Lyra nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. "I've been watching you, Alex. You have the heart of a true leader, and I'm not the only one who believes that." As she spoke, the mirrors around them began to fade away, revealing a sprawling cityscape. The city was alive, its buildings and streets pulsing with a vibrant energy, and at the heart of the city, a massive statue of an Aethereian warrior stood, its eyes shining like stars. "Welcome to the City of Reflections," Lyra said, her voice filled with pride. "A place where the past and present collide. Here, you'll face the greatest challenge of your life." As Lyra led Alex through the city, they encountered fragments of his own memories, echoes of his past life on Earth. The pain and the joy, the triumphs and the failures all were laid bare before him, and with each step, Alex felt himself growing stronger, his sense of purpose clearer. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. Aaron, the cunning smuggler. "Looks like you're getting close to the truth, Alex," Aaron said, a hint of mischief dancing in his eyes. "But there's more to the city of reflections than meets the eye. There's a darkness lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike." Alex felt a surge of determination course through him. He knew that he had to face the darkness head-on, and with Lyra and Aaron by his side, he was ready to take on whatever lay ahead. As they delved deeper into the city, the shadows began to grow darker, the air thickening with an electric sense of anticipation. Alex knew that they were approaching the heart of the city of reflections, the Chamber of Whispers, and it was there that the true nature of the city and the secrets it held would be revealed. The door to the Chamber of Whispers slid open with a soft creak, revealing a dimly lit chamber filled with whispering voices. Alex felt the Chronicle's power coursing through him, urging him forward. He knew that this was the moment of truth, the moment when the secrets of the City of Reflections would be revealed. With Lyra and Aaron by his side, Alex stepped into the chamber, his heart pounding in his chest. The whispers grew louder, the air thickening with anticipation, and in the heart of the chamber, a single voice whispered out, "Welcome, Alex. You're one step closer to unlocking the secrets of Aethereia, and the fate of your friends hangs in the balance." Previously, Alex navigated the trials of the Temple of the Elements, guided by the enigmatic Lyra. He entered the City of Reflections, where fragments of his past converged, and encountered Aaron, a cunning smuggler. Together, they approached the Chamber of Whispers, where the secrets of the city awaited. "The fate of your friends hangs in the balance." The whispered words echoed through Alex's mind as he gazed upon the chamber's eerie, pulsing lights. Suddenly, the room began to distort, and the whispers coalesced into a single, ominous voice. "You must make a choice, Alex. One that will determine the course of your journey and the fate of Aethereia." Previously, Alex stood at the precipice of a heart-wrenching decision, as the whispers in the Chamber of Whispers coalesced into an ominous ultimatum: choose the fate of his friends and Aethereia's destiny. Alex took a deep breath, the weight of the decision settling upon him. He looked around, searching for inspiration, but the chamber's pulsing lights only seemed to amplify the silence. The faces of his friends, Lyra, Aaron, and Dr. Orion, flashed in his mind, each accompanied by the memories of their shared struggles. He closed his eyes, and in the darkness, a faint glow began to emanate from within. The threads of his past, weaving together the fragments of his identity, and the whispers of the chamber began to recede, replaced by the gentle hum of clarity. "I choose to trust myself," Alex declared, his voice firm and resolute. The chamber's lights stabilized and the air cleared of tension. Lyra, Aaron, and Dr. Orion emerged from the shadows, their eyes shining with a mix of concern and admiration. "Well done, Alex," Lyra said, her voice tinged with a hint of pride. "You've passed the test." Dr. Orion stepped forward, a small, leather-bound book in his hand. "The Aethereian archive is hidden within the heart of Eldredor, a lost city deep within the Aethereian wilderness. This map will guide us to its gates," he explained, unfolding the delicate parchment. As they set out, the landscape shifted and the skies cleared, revealing the majestic silhouette of Eldredor's ancient spires. They entered the city, navigating treacherous ruins and overcoming formidable guardians, until they finally reached the heart of Eldredor, a vast, crystalline structure that pulsed with the essence of Aethereia's secrets. As they approached the archive, the air was filled with an anticipatory energy. Lyra, Aaron, and Dr. Orion stood beside Alex, their eyes locked on the threshold, their faces set with determination. Alex raised his hand, and as he touched the crystal surface, the archive's power surged through him. Visions of Aethereia's past unfolded before him, the ancient civilization's triumphs and failures, their wars and discoveries. The secrets of Lyra's biotechnology, the mysteries of the Aethereian entities, and the forbidden knowledge of the Archon regime. The weight of this knowledge threatened to overwhelm him, but Alex stood firm, his resolve tempered by the trials of his journey. As the visions faded, Alex opened his eyes, his gaze meeting the expectant faces of his friends. "We did it," he said, a smile spreading across his face. "We unlocked the archive." The group erupted into cheers, their bond and determination forged in the adversity of their quest. Together, they gazed upon the threshold of a brighter future, one where courage, hope, and unity had overcome the darkness of Aethereia's past. Epilogue. Years later, Alex stood on the balcony of the newly built Aethereian Academy, an institution dedicated to preserving and sharing the knowledge of the Aethereia's rediscovered past. Lyra, Aaron, Dr. Orion, and many others who had joined their cause stood beside him, their eyes looking out upon the sprawling cityscape of New Eldrador. The landscape was dotted with new settlements, their architecture inspired by the ancient Aethereian design. The skies were clear, the air clean, and the once forsaken lands teemed with life. Alex's gaze wandered to the horizon, where the ruins of Aethereia and the Temple of the Elements stood as testaments to their journey. He smiled, knowing that there were still mysteries to uncover, and that a new generation of Aethereians would carry the torch of discovery and hope into the unknown. The stars began to twinkle, and Alex felt the familiar hum of the Aethereia's essence within him, a reminder that the journey was far from over, and that the true extent of their discovery would continue to unfold, filled with hope and possibility.